Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about Planescape, Planescape Sigil, coming out from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I think it's Planescape Adventures in Sigil, right? And this new product that is coming out, and Dungeons and Dragons' recent, very extensive, very exciting, very well executed coverage of Planescape Sigil. So Todd Kenrick, he does a great job. He works really hard. He brings in all the different people. I'm very excited about Planescape Sigil because F. Wesley Snyder is working on it with Matt Cole. Matt Cole handles the art, I believe, and yeah, that's interesting. It is a little bit alarming, and I have heard people talk about this, right? So I think Dungeons and Dragons art is a complicated subject. I like Dungeons and Dragons art, but I do think it's uneven, right? They have pieces that look like they could have been done by a talented high school student, and then they have pieces that look like that it should be going on a wall in a museum somewhere, right? It's a little uneven. I wish they would fix that part. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is Matt Cole, actually, they trotted him out, and he actually got camera time to talk about the book, which is interesting, right? But overall, I'm very excited about Planescape. The biggest thing that really excites me is the physical aspects of the book. So we are getting another Slipcase. And I think what we're seeing is a template for establishing a Dungeons and Dragons setting. Right? So we already have this for Spelljammer, and we get a world guide, an adventure, and a bestiary. And we're getting exactly that for Planescape, right? And so Planescape is coming out, and we're getting and a Dungeon Master screen, which is specific to the setting, right? And this was phenomenally executed on Spelljammer, and I think Spelljammer, and here's the other thing. There was talk that Spelljammer was not a successful product. It was definitely a successful product, and the fact that they are literally physically copying the exact distribution option, the exact packaging option of Spelljammer means it worked. And you know how we know this? Because of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen, right? So Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen actually got one big 256-page hardback, right? And the reality is, I much prefer these slipcases. This is a much, much, much better option, right? And I'm just thrilled that we're getting another setting. And the reality is, I think we may get every setting that is going. And what's really exciting about this with Planescape is, one, we already know we're not getting a 5.1, we're not getting a 5.5, we're not getting a 6th edition, right? We're simply getting revised core rule books next year, right? Which will be 100% compatible with Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And that means they can really put the hammer down and get all the settings out that they're going to release, right? And so at this point, I think we're going to get a lot of amazing settings in these slipcases. And I'm very, very excited about that. I don't think Forgotten Realms will get this, because Forgotten Realms is already essentially established and continues to be established through many, many, many adventure core through Dungeons and Dragons D&D Canon adventure hardbacks, right? So that is, so you do have that. And then, and I think, but I'm very excited about, and so what else are we going to get, right? So, would it be worth their time to do a Greyhawk setting like this? It's interesting. I don't think so. I don't really understand why we would ever need Greyhawk to be more established than it is right now. I do not understand why we would need Greyhawk to be more established than it is right now. I think and so from that perspective, I don't think we would get one of these. But there are a Dark Sun setting like this, with this slipcase, with this 4-component, aspect. Wow. I mean, I would just be thrilled to see that. And there are many, many, many other settings that they could do this for. So I'm extremely, extremely excited to see Planescape Adventures in Sigil coming out, and very, very excited for that. Are you excited? Are you excited for Planescape Adventures in Sigil? And what's your take on the new 4-component slipcase? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.